Hello everybody, how are you doing? It is Monday morning. I am out in the shop. I'm going to put some stain on my stackers for my record crate boxes, and that's all I'm going to do for now because I've got some errands to run, so I want to get those taken care of, and then I hope to be back in the shop a little later this afternoon. I began editing on the video last night for the TrueStone pen that I turned on the Taylor's Murfield kit. I got a first pass done and cut all of the the wasted time, the dead time out. So all that's gone. Now I need to make a second pass and start really dialing in the video to make sure, I don't want it to be too long. I want to make sure it's informative. So it won't be long here. I'll have a video out for you guys on the RJB Woodturner channel. And I'm looking forward to it. It's good to kind of be getting back into the swing of things after being gone for so darn long. I just finished applying the stain to my parts for my stackers. There's one stacker. And here are the individual parts for the other one. Now, the reason why the one over here on the table saw is partly assembled and the other one is not is because I actually built one to test. I've still got the two stackers out in the garage that I've been using, or the two crates out in the garage that I've been using. So this one was built to test, and I didn't want to take it all the way apart because, making sure you get the right pieces back in the right places. I didn't want to mess with that. So I just went ahead and stained it as is. I think it'll be fine. It shouldn't cause any problem. I have some news I'd like to share with you guys, and you're actually hearing about this first. I got contacted by SWAT, the Southwest Association of Woodturners. A gentleman named Don Ward contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in being a regional demonstrator at SWAT in August, and I accepted. So, August 27th through 29th, I will be demonstrating at SWAT in Waco, Texas. You can go to the website, just go out and Google SWAT, and it'll pop up, or Southwest Association of Woodturners, and you'll find it, and it's got tons and tons of information out there about the organization. I have to do a 90-minute demo. I'll do the same demo twice, so it'll be 2 separate days, and I don't know which of the 3 days I'll be demoing yet. That schedule hasn't come out. But I need to now put together a demo. And it can be one of just anything you really want to demo. Jim Hines will be doing bespoke pens. There's a number of things that people are demoing. I won't be the only demoer, obviously. Thank goodness. They'd be in trouble if I was. But they've got multiple people, some great people doing work out there. I just need to come up with what I want to do a demonstration of so that I can start putting together the demo that I want to do. I've got until the end of August. I want to start now because I want to be able to do the demo. I want to be able to redo the demo. I want to be able to refine the demo. So I want to work on it over and over and over again until I get it really dialed in. And I want to be able to add as much valuable information as I can because, people that come to SWAT, you pay money to be there, and then you are investing your time. And if they sit through my demo, I want them to leave feeling like it was worth the dollar investment and it was worth the time investment and they got something out of it. So I really want to put a lot of heart and soul into this. So if any of you guys have any suggestions on things, like I said, I can't do everything, but I love to hear your suggestions because right now I'm in the phase of throwing things at the wall. It's like you take a plate of spaghetti and throw it at the wall and see what sticks. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just throwing everything at the wall right now. All my ideas, I'm taking ideas from you guys. I'm going to ask a lot of other people what they think, and I'm going to throw them all at the wall. I'm going to see which one makes the most sense, and then I'm going to grab it and I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to try to put together the best possible demo that I can. So, with that being said, I got to let you guys go for a little while because I do have a few things to do. I'll be back this evening. Perhaps we'll get these stackers assembled. Perhaps we'll turn another pin. I don't know. But I will be back, and I'll keep you posted. Whatever I do, you guys will be the first to know. Hello, everybody. I am back from running my errands, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get these stackers assembled so that I can get them, as well as the crates, out of my shop, free up a little space because I am having a space issue right now. The way I've kind of got things laid out, which is not good. So we're going to do that real quick. I don't think it'll take super long. And then with whatever time we have left, I got to find a pin to turn. We're going to find a blank to turn just to kind of keep in practice. So I'll keep you guys posted on what happens, and I'll show you these stackers once I get them assembled. I finished the stacking pieces for my record crates. Let me show you how they work. Now, this is not exactly how they'll work because normally the stacking piece would not be on the floor. You'd have a crate on the floor. So we'll lift the crate off of this one. Let's set this piece out of the way. I would have a crate of records that would be sitting on the floor, and I would want to stack another crate on top of it. So let's say this crate is full of records. I could take a stacking unit, I could set it right on top of that crate of records, and you'll notice there's plenty of room inside. The records are within the confines of the crate. This sits on the outside of that, so it's not going to damage your records. Then another crate could sit right on top of that one. The second stacker could go on top of this crate, and of course the final and third crate on top of that one, and my records are all contained in this one little unit, and it is going to be at about 42 inches in height when I'm standing on the ground, so my arms will be bent at a 90-degree angle, and I'll be able to sort through my albums and switch the crates out to get the crate I want to sort through on top, or move them anywhere in the room very easily. It makes them very portable. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now that the record crates are done, I can turn my attention to this blank. This is an interesting blank. You'll notice the wood, how it's all different pieces just kind of glued together. This is made from cutoffs of my Chaos blank. I made a bunch of Chaos blanks. I had a whole bunch of cutoffs, and I sold a box of them. Robert Dudinsky bought that box of cutoffs, and he cast them into blanks on a live stream. And I got a hold of him and purchased one of those blanks back from him, and I turned it, and when I turned it, I screwed up. I forgot to paint the tube, and the blank turned out, or the pen turned out really nice, but the color is just lackluster. It just doesn't have any pop to it because the tube is brass. So Robert, out of the kindness of his heart, contacts me and says, I'm sending you another one. And he did. He sent me this blue one. The other one was green. That's the one I cast originally, or turned originally. This one's blue. I absolutely love the blue. It's just gorgeous. But notice those tubes. They're white. He sent me powder-coated tubes along with the blank so that I didn't have to worry about painting them. So I put these together, I guess maybe April, May time frame. They've been epoxied sitting for a long time. You can see that they're ready to go to the disc sander and be squared. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to square these, we're going to get them on a lathe, and we're going to turn them. The only issue I have is I'm not really sure how I'm going to finish them. I guess my thin CA is all right, so I can put a couple coats of thin on there, and that'll allow me to polish up the resin. But I really need to probably put a couple of top coats of CA over top of that, and my medium is just in bad shape. I'm going to dig around in the house. I think I have a couple of other bottles of CA that have never been opened. Of course, the bottle of medium that I opened had never been opened, and it was gummy. It was nasty. It would not dry, and it just stayed super tacky. So I'm a little nervous about finishing, but hey, if I can get them turned and ready to go, I can pick up some finish, and we can make these happen. But I think I can do some really nice work with them. I was working on this hybrid blank, and I'm cutting along. You can see I've got a nice surface. I was making good clean cuts. There was resin just like that right here, and as I came up through here, I caught that resin and sheared that piece off, just perfectly sheared it off. I have thought about it, and I cannot come up with a good way to correct this issue, because not only do you have to glue the piece in on that angle there to fit that angle, you've also got to have the indentation so that it fits over the tube to be able to glue it in. The piece that came out of there, I don't know where it shot to. It could be in the dust collector. It's long gone. I probably will never find it. So the only idea I can come up with to fix this would be to put stoppers in each end, put it back in a mold, and recast it. I don't think that it's worth doing that. So I think for the time being, I'm going to retire this blank and see if I can come up with a plan B on how to fix it. You are not going to believe what I found. Take a look at that. That's the piece that tore out. I was actually shaping this blank. You can see how it was starting to slope down. And I caught that piece, ripped it out, and then before I realized it was ripped out, I finished my cut. I may have even taken one additional pass. I don't remember. But that's okay. What you've got here is a section. I started a bespoke section a long time ago. It was in my scrap bin. It has threads on it that are extended inside of this tube. Now, they are way smaller than the diameter of the tube, but that's okay. It is a square surface because when I made my tenon, I squared it. So I pressed this up against the square surface, held it nice and square, covered it in a ton of CA glue, medium CA, squeezed that on there. I hit it with some activator. Now, what's happened is the activator has dried the surface. it needs to dry underneath. So we're going to let it set overnight and fully dry. I'm not going to touch anything because I don't want to take a chance at screwing it up. When I come back out tomorrow, I will cut this section off on the bandsaw, and then I'll use my sanding jig to square it back up, and then we'll use the sander to kind of clean that up and get it hopefully down close to this so that we can continue turning. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I can save this blank. That's going to be about it for me today. This is frustrating, but you know what? I'm getting back into turning, and I'm going to see these type of things. The hope is that I can correct it. I need to get a lot more practice in, and I'm going to be doing a lot more pin turning to get my skill level to bump it up a notch. So you guys will benefit from that, in that you will see a lot of stuff on this channel and hopefully a lot of stuff on the other channel. And yes, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Have a great evening, and I will see you again very, very soon.